Organic Terrace Gardening group, Facebook. Wonderful. Now, I think it has close to 30,000, 40,000 members. 30,000 members. And it is the single most active group of organic terrace gardeners, I think, probably in the world. I haven't seen any group like this on Facebook. There are many others. Okay. So, at least in India, I think it's the largest. In India, it's the largest, the most active, and if you're on it, you will get motivated within days, because you'll find members posting pictures of their harvests and pictures of their gardens and so. So if you all aren't there already, and those who really want to start, first thing, get on to Organic Terrace Garden, and we're so fortunate we have the founder of the movement here, and Dr. Kadur is an agriculturist by training. Thankfully, he didn't remain an academic. He became a practitioner, and not only a practitioner, but somebody who inspired a movement of terrace gardening across the city. How many have visited Atta for your Atta? Yeah, so those events are conducted by Garden City farmers. And I think I normally don't give very long introductions to the speakers, because nowadays you find reams of introduction online, so I'll let Doctor get on with the real stuff. Thank you so much for coming, Doctor.
So after seeing the crowd, I felt like speaking to you without the use of PPT. So that if I go through the PPT, I will be restricted to the slides. Without PPT, I am free to talk anything what I want. Okay, so let the first slide be there, because this was prepared for the technical people. We had a national conference. So for that, the introduction. See, after hearing all of you, I am happy that most of you are concerned with the environment to whatever the extent, what is there from your heart. So you want to do something to the environment. And keeping that in mind, as somebody was telling that Bangalore was a garden city, yes, it was a garden city. Today it's a garbage city. And I'm happy that there are a few people here who are interested in segregating the waste and see that Bangalore comes back to garden city once again. See, who created the garbage? Just like Sandeep was telling, starting from the toothbrush, we have to open up our mind. Whether you want to open the right side or left side, I think there is a lot of articles. Right side is good thing, and left side is for something. I don't mind what side is what, but you think about your health. And if you want to think about your health, you have to think about your health of the environment where you are living. That is the one which is very important to us. We are all living here, and at least moving around, talking to each other. And will this be possible without food? Just earning a few lakh rupees and keeping it in a safe custody. Will you live? And all this earning, what you are doing, is it for something else or for your living? And that has to be a healthy living. Of course, I forgot the name of the person who told me, remember, you remind me. See, we die at 25, but buried at 75. So between 25 and 75, what is life you are leading? And these are the things what you have to think. Because unfortunately, God has given the brain only to us what we think. We think because we can communicate. All the animals, living things have a brain. But only thing is they can't communicate. And because of this communication, we have so many varied species amongst us. Starting from the most innocent to the most wicked. and that is duty of brain. But leave all that. The progress what you are doing, whatever you are achieving, again it is the food. There is a proverb in Kannada, I have forgotten, but I will give the gist. ಊಟ ಬಲ್ಲವನಿಗೆ ರೋಗವಿಲ್ಲ. That is the person who knows what to eat, how to eat. He will not have any diseases. That means to say, all the diseases what we are facing today is because of the non-proper food. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Okay. Now what we have to do, basically to improve our health. Anyone? Again the food. Think about the food. And a lot of home science people tell the balanced diet, that, this, everything. And according to me, the best food was the Indian food. The traditional Indian food. Okay? And I don't know how many of you know, maybe you would. My generation knows. There was one Dr. Galatta, who was the director of horticulture, who is no more, who brought horticulture to Karnataka, and today we are number one because of him. He used to tell, eat rice as a side dish and the vegetables as the main dish. Why? Any natural science student here, BSc, botany, zoology, things like that? No one? No science student?
Fiber content is carbohydrates.
Pardon?
These carbohydrates in that.
No. Vegetables and the fruits are the one which supply the maximum nutrient to you, not rice, not wheat or anything. They are the ones which give the vitamins, amino acids, proteins, everything. See, for the vegetarian, the best protein source is the pulses. Isn't it? You do not have to eat meat to get the protein. The pulses are rich in protein. Okay? Everything, the nature, I don't say God, everything nature has provided for you to be healthy. But are we using it to be healthy? This is where we start. Actually, Bangalore was called as Garden City not because of Kabul Park and Lal Bagh. Every house used to have an ornamental garden in the front and the vegetable garden at the back when I was young. We also had it. And the greed of we people, when the land value increased by square feet, so we wanted to build everything. 30 by 40, you build 30 by 40, no space. That's where we came in. We said, okay, 30 by 40 you are building without leaving any space for the plants. The same space is wasted on the top. So we shifted the kitchen garden from here to there and called it as terrace garden. And if I had called it terrace garden, the imagination, no one would have caught it. The same kitchen garden, the kitchen we changed in terrace. So it became a terrace garden. Again, it's practically a kitchen garden. There's nothing difference. Till recently, we were growing everything. And of course, there are so many things happened. We lost land, that, this, everything. So I also built a house and 50 by 60. And I have only 5 feet space around. So I also shifted my garden to the terrace. So then we said, okay, we will start. And then the other aspect was, most of the food what we are eating, if you have the habit of reading papers regularly, just about 2 years back there was a wonderful article, times more than the allowed limit in Bangalore market. One example I give you, paddy or rice, which was supposed to be 4 parts per million, but actually found was 1,360 parts per million. How many times more it is? Like that is there in majority, everything. So how much of poison we are taking inside? Fortunately for us, we started taking slowly. So our system developed a little bit of resistance. But after 30 years, no. You see, everyone after 25 is having some problem or the other with the health. See the number of nursing homes, clinic which have come up in Bangalore. And have you heard of Dr. T.M. Hegde, a cardiologist? Anyone? Have you heard his speech? In one part, because there's one cardiologist, he still teaches in Bangalore. He says that all the youngsters are healthy till 25 and join the job. And the job requires them to go and have a health checkup. When he enters the hospital, he is healthy. When he comes back, he is with 10 diseases. This is Dr. T.M. Hegde's statement. At the same time, he says that most of the heart surgeries are not needed. So, it is a question of ethics of the doctor. So, it's not just the doctors. Every profession, the ethics is going down, including agriculture. Now, coming to agriculture. Maybe you have seen in the paper, which the development is the key. What do you call development? Roads, buildings, and bridges. So many things is development. And no one considers agriculture as development. Have you seen any minister or a politician or a policy maker talking about the development of agriculture for the health of the country? No one speaks about that. And again, you all know that the population is increasing, agricultural land is coming down, the young agriculturists are migrating to urban areas, and who is going to grow your food in the future? Have you thought about it? Suppose you're all earning money in 10 digits, not even 5 digits, 10 digits. You are ready to buy paddy at the price what is dictated, 5,000 rupees a kg. You take 5,000 rupees. There is no paddy available. Can you eat money? See, the day the food is imported, that is the second slavery what we are going to face in this country. That's how Cuba came out of it. Cuba is the one country which made a revolution. Unfortunately, today he is no more. Wherein their entire 85% of the food goes from the cities to the entire country. He was the first revolutionary. He also started in 1995 when I started. He saw that 85% of the food goes from the cities. Here, not even 0.001% I have achieved. He achieved what no other country could achieve. So, what is going to happen to us? Do you want Bangalore to be like Delhi? You know what's happening in Delhi? The pollution. I am very happy today I am seeing 90% of the youngsters here. Because you are the future of this country. You must be healthy. So, try to see that, follow our policy, grow your own food. Grow what you eat what you grow, at least to some extent, so that it cleans your system from the poison taken from the other sources. That is the principle behind what we are doing called as terrace gardening. Let me stop the introduction and go on speaking about it. Let's come to, because we are going to speak about terrace gardening. And here, we have to follow 3 principles to start growing. One is already some friends are there, waste management. Waste management segregation is not the one. At the same time, you convert your wet waste into compost. That is the first thing a terrace gardener has to learn. Start learning from converting your kitchen waste to compost. Then when you start growing the plant waste to compost, so that nothing goes to the neighbor's house or in front of the neighbor's house. So everything except for the dry waste. Of course, there is methods you can dispose of it. So that's one thing you have to learn. Second thing what the Bangaloreans or anyone has to do is harvest rainwater. That is going to be the future. Because maybe some people have got to pinch this time because there was no rain in Kaveri basin. You were scared. Even now we are scared whether we get the water if the rain is not there. Another 1 month, we are not sure Bangalore is going to get the water in March, April. Because Kaveri is already 70, below 70 and 60 now. So Bangalore depends on Kaveri water. And it is brought nearly 140 kilometers to Bangalore. What is the cost involved? But how much you are paying is throwing at us. So we have not realized the value of money. I mean, value of water. Morning someone was telling that while using your toothbrush, don't open the tap or shave. Have a mug of water and finish everything. That's more than enough to wash your teeth and even shave. But you need not have to open the tap and leave it. Every crop counts. So if you want to grow vegetables, don't use Kaveri water. Use your rain water. Harvest the rain water. You can do so many things out of the rain water. At least if a proper storage is there, for 1 year you can take it. But mine is only for 10 months you can take care of. Afterwards I have to use Kaveri water. But I am trying to see that the tank is made bigger so that it can store more water. So there is one person, called Shivkumar in Bangalore, who doesn't have the connection of BWSSB. He never takes Kaveri water into his house. Entire below his house, there is a tank which stores all the water what he needs for 1 year. For his plants, for the house, drinking. Even for drinking, he uses the rainwater because there is no one filters. He is there in Rajajinagar, everyone can go and see him. He is one of the best examples for storing the water, using it without using Kaveri water. So it can be done. But only thing is it has to come from your heart. Only when you do these two things, you can start growing your own vegetables. Then coming to growing your vegetables. Of course, there are many stores you can go and buy the vegetables called as organic vegetables. I feel, even though I am in the organic movement much before I started this, I know, just like I was talking about doctors, I have to talk about the organic movement also. There are a lot of unethical products which come into the market with a brand organic. What is this brand organic? Whatever our grandparents used to call as food, today we call it as organic food. Because in between came the chemical food. Being Indians, I think all of you know about Chanakya. Have you heard of Chanakya? Every time I pose this question, but I don't get the answer what I want. Okay. Have you read about, see, this is unfortunate thing about Indians. We don't know about our own culture, our own history. What was Chanakya famous for? I know the answer, you will tell me. What was he?
They could assassinate people.
Exactly. See, he used to win wars because of missionaries. This is part of it, and a major part of it. Why I am telling that is it's very pertinent here. Slow poisoning of the future kids from the day one. Do you want all your children to be Vishakanyas and Vishapurunas? Think about it.
We already are.
It is not mythology. Chanakya is history. That is, he was living for 200 years. And it's a fact. He was doing it. So, think about it. The future of any country depends on the youngsters. The next is the poor. Okay? What you feed to them. So, think about it. And again, organic, don't blindly believe whatever you buy in the market is organic. The only true organic is the one what you grow. Because you, I am very sure, you don't want to cheat yourself. So you grow food. Just like computer language. Garbage in, garbage out. Good thing in, good thing. That's what is organic. And the growing need not have to be taught to us. All human beings have grown up together with the plants. We are associated with the plant. Maybe in other countries, particularly the Red Indians, you see how much nature they worship. And the same we do also. See our gods. All gods are associated with a plant. Do you know that? All our gods are associated with a plant. Dhanvantari Vanas, if you go, the god's name on the plant, everything is there. And we worship Ashwatthama, we make a marriage between two trees to get the rain. So we are the real nature worshippers. And that's the nature has given everything for us to see that we can survive with good health. The body health is as good as mental health. If your body health is positive, your mental health is positive. This is what we have to take. Then growing part is very easy. And of course, I don't agree that by growing terrace garden, 100% naturally you are growing. But we are nearer to nature. Anything other than the soil and grown, it is artificial. Even growing on terrace is artificial. But at least you are coming nearer to the nature. We are not killing the soil. Soil health is the one which is healthy for plant, and that is healthy for us. When you kill the soil, the plants which come out of it are negative forces, and the same negative forces when you yield, you get more negative energy out. If you get the positive, see, these are all a thing, you may think it's philosophical, but the fact is that when you are associated with friends who have positive attitude, your attitude also changes to positive. And when you are associated with negative attitude friends or environment, your attitude is also negative. That's why you can try to start growing your plants when you don't have, but if you have space, that is the first preference. If you don't have space, then no, that's why we call it as urban farming, organic urban farming or terrace farming. And recently there was a gentleman who wrote about a page telling that my neighboring site is empty and I am already growing vegetables, no one is upset. Fantastic. He has put a fence, he is growing vegetables because he doesn't have space. And the upstairs he has rented and he has to go through their house to his terrace, so he is not going. So he has, from 3 years he is growing all the vegetables, no one has come and asked to stop him. He is not going to take the land, but the land is wasted. The youngsters must think in those lines. Suppose there are empty sites in and around. If you get the owner, convince him and start growing. As a community, just I heard 2 or 3 friends of a college can join and do it in the same area. Like that, you youngsters have fantastic ideas in front of you. Try to implement it to grow the vegetables. And here again, growing. Just take some seeds. Beginning, don't worry whether it's organic or not, because I'm sure that you will not. The only organic seeds what you get is when you grow the plant, you make your own seeds. That will be true organic. And the easiest things to grow is your greens. 1 to 1.5 months, fantastic green plants will get. But if you learn a little bit scientifically, micro plants, that's about 1.5 inches. Within 10 days you will get. That's loaded with micronutrients. You harvest that because that's the new technology which is picking up all over the Western Hemisphere. But we were doing it. But again, people have brought it back. Sprouted beans, grams. See, that's the immediate sprouts, which is loaded, and that we call it as nutrient, very good nutrient. Just like that, allow the sprout to go to about 1.5 inch. Within 15 days it will grow. Cut it at the base. and use it. That's one of the best and easiest to do. And there are some people now making trays outside the kitchen. If the sun is there, hang it. 1 week, 1 plate, or 1 day, 1 plate. You make 7 plates, plant them regularly. Every day you can go on harvesting. Definitely work is involved. I don't say it's easy. But you have to put your heart into it, take care of it. And a healthy man will not get diseases. A healthy plant also will not get diseases. It's just like human beings. So start growing, don't think about it. Start growing with the greens. The next is chilies, tomato, bindi, brinjal, you name it. Up to 40 vegetables you grow. But when you go to the vegetable market, you buy all the 40 vegetables what is exhibited. You buy what you want. So start growing what you want, what you like. You are not forced to buy when some vegetables are not there. Here, what you want, you can grow. That's easier. You plant it. Up to about 300 square feet is enough for 2 plus 2. If it's more than that, you add 500 square feet, 1,000 square feet, and things like that. What is the part which is difficult? I don't know, none of you asked or introduced yourself. See, the only question we have, on our web page we have that frequently asked questions. They ask whether it can take the weight. Okay, what I tell you is, suppose if it is not there. This was the open terrace. How many of you are sitting here with chairs and other things? What is the weight of it? It has not gone down, isn't it? So, I think there are 1 or 2 engineers here. According to some of the architects, if you follow the book, engineering book or say terrace, strictly you follow without manipulating, it can take any amount of weight. Up to 40 tons. A 30-40 site can take up to 40 tons of distributed weight along with water weight. Okay? So, all the terraces built as per the book can take the weight. So weight is not a problem. Then the second question, the leakage. If it's properly built and properly waterproof, even leakage is not a question. I have seen the 35-year terrace garden. The oldest terrace garden in India was in Hyderabad. Was about 4 years back. He died, and both husband and wife died, so the children have removed. If not, it was there. It was a wonderful terrace garden. I have a few photos also. And it's like that. It can withstand. And particular planners. If you go to New York, don't miss it. It's one of the world's best commercial terrace garden. So like that, commercially also you can do. The biggest terrace garden in Bangalore is in Bombay. That is Port Trust of India, canteen. It has 3,000 square feet. You can see a coconut tree also. And there's a beautiful video on YouTube, you can see that. See, why I'm telling that, if you mind, you can do it. And it's not what we teach, it's what comes from your heart. How to design, how to take it up. And these are the things. And basically, it is not at all difficult to grow, but it needs work, hard work, and good water, good maintenance. And now there are a lot of organic inputs which are coming in the market. Liquid inputs have come, solid inputs have come, and I think the waste management people got. Here, there are 3 different kinds of composting which can be made: aerobic, anaerobic, and vermicompost. And anaerobic is the best I like, because the compost tea which comes out of it is 1,000 times better than any chemical nutrition. It gives the wisdom to the leaves, rich. 1:50 dilution rate, still it's very, actually it is thick, we go up to 1:100. So it gives strength to the plant, and they can withstand insects, just like withstand some of the temperature and other things when it becomes weak. Okay, everyone is new, I am also new. Every day I am learning, don't worry about that. See, it is a compost tea. When you get it, because it's a process you have to learn. When the compost is beginning, fresh, and it's thick, so when you go to the light, you can't see it. If that is the thickness, you used to go up to 1:100. If it's medium, 1:50. If it's very light, 1:30. Even light is 30 times dilution. That's the best part of composting. That's the wonderful nutrient what I have seen. Okay. The next best is Panchatantra, what is made, and Jivamrita, which is a very good one. And what you can make is vermicompost. Vermicompost and the composter you can make yourself. And there are a lot of equipments which are coming to the market. If you have money, buy them. If not, paint buckets you take to put a tap and put a filter inside. That's it. If not, it's 2,000 rupees. You can do 2 for 500 rupees. So, again, it all depends on your time, your affordability and other things. If not, you can make yourself. That's what we say. Try to cut down the cost of growing your own. Any container can be anything.
In fact, I have a question. How cost effective is to make your own compost?
Cost effective in the sense of what?
Compared to what I can go and buy from
Oh,
nursery,
then it is more than 100% or 200%. See, okay, I'll give you one example. 10 years back, I was telling that you can use the cow dung for culture, okay? And the same workshops I used to done. But they used to buy culture from outside by paying 100 rupees and things like that. Then what I did was, I used to tell and no one used to hear, and every time they used to come with the culture packet of a few grams for 100 rupees. What I did was, I had a big iron sheet. At the time I had my factory manufacturing biofertilizers and things like that. I was doing this also. It was in a village, so I could get a lot of solder. So I got the powder, spread it on the iron sheet. Because my brother was a fabricator. He used to get big sheets, about 10 feet to the width and 20 feet to the counters they used to cut. One sheet was made in my factory. So I did it, then scraped it, we have flavors, crushed it, filtered it, fine powder. We make 15 grams of 20 grams each, 100 rupees, people buy it. See, this is what I said, when you can do, when you tell you can do, but they want to, but it's the presentation. You understand? It's how it looks. But cow dung, we feel bad. But my grandmother used to use it for starting in front of the house. Yeah, it's antibacterial properties are there. So these are the things what we have learned. That's what I told you in the beginning. Whatever the cycle we are playing, open it. Think. Just because I tell you must not follow. It must come from your heart. 100,000 things I tell you. But if it doesn't come from your heart, if it has not touched your heart, you can't do it. But one thing is sure. The food is important. Chemical-free food is more important. Okay, now I stop and of course I am stopping in the middle. I will complete because it is not crazy. If you want to learn more about it, you can come to our workshops. Again, every month we have a workshop. This month is over. Next month is on 17th. If you want to attend, you can attend the workshop. And any questions now? You can go. Any doubts? I think I have left a lot of doubts in your mind purposely. Okay. We have actually is not a problem till today for the terrace garden. But still, there are some particles from new area what you take up, they come up. You can look at this, you can kill them. I mean, you can avoid them in your house. You see the holes? And most of the men in Bangalore have the habit of drinking beer. Most, I said, not 100%, at least 70%. Take a beer bottle, break it, push it as much as possible inside, and above that you concrete it. Okay? And when they come
Glass
to
pieces.
Yeah, glass pieces. Concrete it. When they come there, without knowing they start. And if there is a damage to its nose or to its palm, they get disease and they die inside. If they don't, if they learn, because some rats, I mean not some, the senior rats are very intelligent, if they find it dangerous, they urinate. So no other young rat will touch it. They go to open in the next house. So it is, okay, you can avoid. That's one thing. If you are getting onto your terrace, you safeguard your staircase with a gate, with a small hole so that it will not push it. And the other way it goes is through your drainage pipes. Have a metal mesh to the drainage gate which can be removed, because when it clogs, you can remove, you can put it back. And suppose if they have a rough drainage pipe, they can climb it. So what you have an inverted thing, fan, V-shape. Inverted V-shape, this one, they cannot climb. These are the preventive measures so that you can avoid rats and bandicoots onto the top. And there is one more thing, but unfortunately it affects your squirrels also. This was found out by Purnachandra Tejasvi, who was a son of Kurampu, and he was living in a farm. You buy absorbent cotton for the stoves. Absorbent cotton, not the regular cotton. And then make a sugar syrup, just like what you do for jamun. And keep small ones. And keep here and there. It is sweet, there is no smell, they consume it. Okay? When it goes and it expands as it goes through the system and blocks the anal system and they die. Unfortunately, even squirrels eat it. So, here it's up to you, depending on how. But the best is, the Excel industry has come out with a sticky pad. It's a little expensive, it may not have to be so expensive, but they have made it expensive, 40 rupees or so. And it catches very well. I'm using the road, that's the safest. Yes, sir.
I don't have access to the terrace in my apartment, so I'll have to grow in my balcony with in pots probably. What would you suggest that I can start with?
See, for balcony, you get good sun?
Yes.
Okay. There are new container which has come in the market, do you know that? 14 plants you can grow in a 1.5 square feet, up to 4 feet. That's what we call as pipe gardens. There are 14 holes, but there is a limitation for that. You can grow carrot, you can grow radish, you can grow norwood, and all the herbs you can. And pudina. Pudina space is very small, but all the herbs you can grow. Or you can grow greens. There are so many. Yeah. Yes, sir.
I just want to add to that question. What kind of plants can you grow on the terrace or the balcony, which you have repeatedly, so that, for example, you mentioned pudina, but once you remove pudina, you have to wait for it to grow back again. So what kind of plants can you
That's a very good question. We have a method called staggered planting. So these are all the things what you learn when you do it. What are the things you need in your kitchen every day? Anyone? The ladies?
curry leaves, coriander,
Chilies.
Chilies. These are basic. Onion. Basic is tomato, chili, onion, and coriander and curry leaf. Isn't it? Curry leaf is a tree. You use a big drum to grow the curry leaves. Okay? Every day, 2 or 3 branches you can cut down and bring it. Coriander. Coriander is short leaf. Once you grow again, it takes some time. What you do is every week you need 18 inch by 2 feet. You grow coriander. That comes in 1 week. How much you need? So after 1 week, you plant one more. That's why I told anywhere between 300 to 1000 square feet is the one which 100% satisfies 4 people. But minimum vegetable like tomato, chilies and other things, every day you can have within 300 square. What we call a staggered plant. For example, tomato or chilies. They will be in the nursery for 1 month. After you transplant, it takes 1.5 months to set the fruit, flowers and fruits. Within 2 months, you will get the after transplant. So every 1.5 months, you take 10 plants. So that throughout the year you get. Like that, 3 or 4 you can get. Tomato also is the case. But brinjal you don't eat every month or every day. You get bored. So that only once you grow. When you grow brinjal, you grow other crops like bindi, beans. So that 2 or 3 vegetables alternately you can, so that you will not get bored. Nor in season, cauliflower in season, cabbage in season, and then creeper vegetables. There are about 12 creeper vegetables. So you can grow everything on the parapet. You have a fencing, grow it on the parapet. They take more than 6 months to grow. That you cannot get continuous. But once it starts, at least for 2 months you will have that vegetable. So you have 2 or 3 mixed creepers, like bishop gourd, ridge gourd, snake gourd, water gourd, little gourd. Little gourd is perennial. If you put it, it will be giving you throughout the year. So like that, you select the plants or the vegetable what you like and plant it in such a way. But these 4 are compulsory. Onions also. You need about 25 onions, my calculation. If the family is big, you may need more. So grow 25 onions in a container. You know the life of the onion. Every 20 days you have another tray of onion. So that every week after some time, the beginning part, after some time, after the first harvest, every 25 days you must harvest that. Like that you have to plan it. Planning is very much needed if you want continuous supply. And coriander is easy, tomato is easy, chilies are easy. The other crop, it is your selection. Okay? See, this is a question I got from Punjab. How can I know what they grow in Punjab? See, so what they can do is contact the Department of Agriculture. Ask them what are the vegetables they grow. All those vegetables you can grow. Even in terrace, all those vegetables, when they are growing the same season, you also grow. See, our terrace gets a little more heated than the soil. But the temperature is same 40 degrees. When they can grow certain vegetables, at the same time you can grow certain vegetables on your terrace also. But I don't know what vegetables